On behalf of the City of Boston veterans community, I want to welcome everybody to Marine Corps Week here in the City of Boston. Today, we are kicking off Boston Marine Week with a flag-raising ceremony. But this flag is more than just a ceremony. It's a promise from the city to the Marines who have stood watch for 250 years. Boston sees you. Boston honors you. And Boston will always stand with you. Boston and the Marine Corps have been intertwined since our earliest days. With our Harvard launch, the young Navy, American Navy, Marines climbed the shrouds up to the fighting tops with muskets on their shoulders. A Marine detachment stood tall on board USS Constitution, whose guns and Marine sharpshooters helped win the famous victory over the HMS Guerriere, which took place just a few days ago on August 19, 1812, 213 years. This fight began with a sail from our waterfront here in Boston and earned the ship's name, Old Ironsides. The long-standing tradition of Marines serving across various domains, at sea, on land, in the air, and now in the realm of cybersecurity, reflects an integral part of Boston's maritime heritage. We're proud that across Boston, you'll find Marines in every neighborhood, recruiters shaping future leaders, reservists balancing drill and day jobs, veterans building businesses and nonprofits, and Gold Star and Blue Star families who carry the quiet weight of service. You'll find Marines mentoring our youth, volunteering in our schools, and every winter leading the beloved Toys for Tots drive that bring hope to thousands of children here in the city of Boston and these great United States. That's what Always Faithful looks like in a city built on community. As the Marine Corps joins the Army and the Navy in celebrating its 250th anniversary this year, we also shine a light on the next generation of warfighters. Today's Marines are not just warriors. They are expeditionary problem solvers equipped to face any challenge. And here in Boston, we are committed to being your dedicated partner, providing vital access to healthcare, housing, education, and meaningful jobs, preserving our memorials and hero squares, and ensuring that every Marine and family member who calls Boston home can thrive in a supportive environment. To our Marine veterans, and there are many here today, thank you. Thank you for carrying the core values into your civic life. To our current serving Marines, thank you for the quiet professionalism that keeps our nation safe. To our families, you serve right alongside them, and we see you, and we will always also support you. As we raise this flag over City Hall Plaza here in Boston, let it remind us that service is a Boston tradition, that in this city, fidelity runs both ways. We are grateful, we are proud, and we are with you. Thank you. Oh, where's that? So now I would like to recognize a few people who are here with us today. First and foremost, we have our City Councilor, Ed Flynn. Don't hold it against him, he's a Navy veteran like myself. We have Erin Murphy here with us as well, Blue Star family. Her son serves in the United States Army. We have Andy Biggio, United States Marine Corps, who serves with the Boston Police. And he is also the author of The Rifle and Rifle II, which captures the vivid memories from some of America's last World War II veterans. We have Joseph Callahan, United States Marine Corps, who's here with us. He's a Deputy Commissioner of Property Management and was giving me a lesson on how to raise these flags this morning. Thank you, Joe. Also here, Patrick George. Patrick George, United States Marine Corps. I had the pleasure and privilege of working with him as a fellow VSO when he was in Watertown, and now he is the Director of Benefits for the Executive Office of Veteran Services for the state of Massachusetts. Patrick George. Marvin Metelier. Marvin is a United States Marine Corps major. He is a business owner in Jamaica Plain, and he is very active in the veterans community. Also works for the Executive Office of Veteran Services in the state of Massachusetts. Thank you, Marvin. We also have the distinct honor of having a Gold Star father and Representative Steve Xiarhos here. You can see back here, he has a picture of his son as well. Representative Xiarhos brought some of his son's fellow soldiers with him. Andrew, I'm sorry, not soldiers, Marines. Sorry, Marines. Andrew Louisville. Where is he? Aaron Dugan. Also, we have here Sam Dillon, Nick Rizzo,
Joe Levesque,
Tony Rizzo,
Brendan Fitzpatrick.
and Brendan Fitzpatrick.
Can I call them up?
Yeah.
Come on up there, Marines. Come on up, Sam. Andrew.
Okay.
Everybody, come on up.
Really quickly, please, because,
Quick. Combat Marines. They made it home.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you. We have to raise the flag. We're going to march through here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
We always
Thank
stay
you.
up here when we do that. We just step ahead.
It's going to get away, actually. Sorry, we just haven't rehearsed that way. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys can please take your seats, I'm going to go ahead and get this started.
It's just not how it does. Yeah.
Sorry, because we're not going to listen. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. If you want to take your seat right there, sir, by the mayor. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Gentlemen, if you can go ahead and take your seats. Yeah. If you guys can go ahead and take your seats. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the first Morning Colors ceremony of Marine Week Boston, the celebration of our Corps' 250 years of honorable service to our great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome General Christopher J. Mahoney, Assistant Commandant of the United States Marine Corps and a native of South Weymouth, Massachusetts.
Thank you.
Well, holy cow, I think I'll get real here for just a second. It is very, very difficult, maybe impossible, to be treated the way we are treated, to beat the way we are treated in Boston, Massachusetts. To see all the Marines, the former Marines, it is the fabric. It is city, it's the fabric, it is state. So thank you, Commissioner Santiago. I think we're gonna hire you to be our front man, to be our senior advertiser. It is a true honor for me to be here at Marine Week. Once again, not a throwaway term. When I look at the Tommy Lyonses of the world, when I look at all the people who are still serving, whether they're in uniform or not, that's something special for a guy like me who's a kid from Massachusetts. But we're doing more than simply celebrating 250 years of being the first in the defense of our people. We're also recognizing the Corps' deep and enduring connection to this city, which was just outlined. In 1775, on these very streets, we began a fight for an idea, an abstract, an aspiration. And ever since, people from the Commonwealth have stepped forward to wear the cloth of this country to defend the things that we hold dear. That's why it carries special meaning to hoist the Marine Corps flag next to the Stars and Stripes, next to the flag of Massachusetts, next to the city flag of Boston. Together, these flags remind us of an idea. They remind us of the abstract that has become real. That freedom is the idea, is something real that we will defend to the last in this country. Defend to the last with someone like Nick Xiarhos. It is an abstract made real. It's a reminder that the strength of the Corps will keep the peace. It's a reminder that Marines will forever stand in defense of the idea of freedom. Semper Fidelis. Thank you.
Thank you, General Mahoney. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to be joined today by the Mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu. Please welcome Mayor Wu.
Good morning. Greetings to all and welcome. We are so honored and excited to host Marine Weeks here in the city of Boston with a full packed agenda that will take you all across the city and to many of our neighborhoods as well. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the People's Plaza, City Hall Plaza, to kick it all off. This year marks 250 years since Paul Revere rode into the night, alerting his fellow Americans that the time had come for our values to become action. 250 years since the Battle of Bunker Hill, where Boston farmers, merchants, and artisans gathered to take a stand, announcing to the world that we were greater than the sum of our parts and that we would not go quietly. Today, we are proud to celebrate Marine Week just across the river from where those brave patriots made their stand. We are proud to celebrate 250 years since the Second Continental Congress established the U.S. Marine Corps to defend American independence. And we are thankful that since 1775, Marines have fought courageously and selflessly to protect these freedoms. I want to take a brief moment to honor a few of the many incredible Marines in our city, from our city, who have served our country abroad and continue to serve their communities here at home. I see in the back Sergeant Sam Dillon, Purple Heart recipient who served in Iraq and Afghanistan before coming home, joining the Boston Fire Department, where he now serves his fellow firefighters as president of the International Association of Firefighters Local 718. Tommy Lyons, who served as a Marine in Vietnam and has done incredible work day in and day out for more than 40 years to honor his fellow Marines since organizing the South Boston Vietnam Memorial, the Semper Fidelis Society of Boston, and the annual Boston Marine Corps Run. Thank you so much for your work as chairman of the Marine Corps Birthday Celebration and as chairman for the Medal of Honor Convention, which Boston has hosted multiple times, and for all that you do to honor our veterans. And there are three more technically, who cannot be here today. Corporal Coleman Nee served in Operation Desert Storm and then dedicated his life to his fellow veterans. As Massachusetts Secretary of Veterans Services formerly, he did everything in his power to ensure that the brave men and women who sacrificed for their country could come home and access the supports and services they deserve. Corporal Nee couldn't be here today because he was recently elected by a unanimous vote to serve as the National Commander of Disabled American Veterans. And I want to give a shout out to someone who is watching from Puerto Rico, Lance Corporal Tony Molina, a Purple Heart recipient who served in Vietnam and later spearheaded the creation of the Puerto Rican Veterans Memorial in the South End, the only monument in the mainland United States honoring the patriotism of our Puerto Rican veterans. I'm told, I didn't see him yet, that Andrew Biggio is also here, a Boston police officer and someone who keeps the stories and history alive of so many of our veterans across the city, particularly our Marines. And finally, maybe most personally for me, someone who is watching from above today. I want to honor my dear friend, my loving next door neighbor, the real mayor of Rosendale, Marine Joe Capuccio, who passed away earlier this year at 100 years old. He served on Iwo Jima in World War II, came home, became an iron worker for the next 30 years, and then made our neighborhood his home and the corner that he took care of every single day. So as the police officers have been outside protecting my family and our community, Joe was always outside protecting the police officers across the street. Later today, we'll be dedicating our street in Rosendale to Joe and his legacy. His passing is an immense loss for our city, but the legacy of his love flows through to his wonderful family, through our neighborhood, and through our city. These brave Boston Marines embody the strength of our spirit of service. Their bravery and commitment to justice does not end with their time in the military. At every turn, they continue to protect our communities, championing veterans' access to life-changing services, rushing into the flames to save our residents, organizing memorials to make sure this country never forgets the sacrifice of their brothers and sisters, and stepping up every single day to ensure that we never forget freedom is not free, and that those who have risked everything, who have given everything, and their families deserve every bit of respect, support, and remembrance every single day of the year. I want to thank everyone who's here to commemorate all of the accomplishments, the history that we celebrate here in Boston, and the history that we are still making. Thank you especially to my colleagues in city government and who work every day in this building. Of course, our Commissioner of Veterans Services, Commissioner Rob Santiago, the best in the country. And also my colleagues on the City Council. Thank you to Councilor Aaron Murphy and Councilor Ed Flynn. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, now reading the proclamation, please welcome Commissioner Santiago.
Thank you, Colonel Davey. Now it is my honor to have the privilege of reading the proclamation establishing this week Marine Corps Week. I want to thank the mayor for allowing me to read this, and I would like to ask the colonel if you could please come up here. So this is what I'm going to read. Mayor, here's the, you could hand it to the colonel. City of Boston Proclamation, whereas the United States Marine Corps marks its 250th birthday on November 10th, 2025, and will honor the legacy of support and fidelity between America and her Marines through a series of community ceremonies and celebrations throughout 2025. And whereas, since 1775, Marines have come from all over the country in all walks of life to serve their nation, embodying the uncompromising standards and characteristics of honor, courage, and commitment, being the first to fight, whatever the crisis may be. And whereas Marines are renowned for their legacy of battlefield heroism, relentless pursuit of victory, and the fighting spirit that led them in the fights at Iwo Jima, the Chosin Reservoir, Vietnam, and Helmand Province, combining a long and proud heritage of faithful service to the nation with the resolve to face tomorrow's challenges. And whereas the Marine Corps is a premier and naval expeditionary force in readiness, ready wherever our nation calls, with nearly 38,000 Marines forward deployed around the globe on any given day as a professional, disciplined, and capable force. And whereas after their military service, Marines return to their communities as productive citizens, having selflessly contributed to a purpose greater than themselves, they continue to display the fighting spirit to make their communities and enterprises stronger because of their service. And whereas the City of Boston recognizes and honors the selfless sacrifices made by Marines, their families, and reaffirms our city's gratitude for their unwavering dedication. Now, therefore, Michelle Wu, Mayor of the City of Boston, do hereby proclaim August 21st, 2025 through August 24th, 2025 to be United States Marine Corps Week in the City of Boston. From August 21st, 2025 to August 24, 2025, and in recognition of the United States Marine Corps, Mayor Wu orders the Property Management Department to raise the Marine Corps flag on the third flagpole on City Hall Plaza in place of the City of Boston flag. Signed, Mayor Michelle Wu, City of Boston, this date, August 21st, 2025. A step here, I guess. As they raise them. Okay. That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for your attendance, and we welcome you to join us at the ribbon cutting ceremony to open the static display in Boston Common. Thank you.